Hey everybody, it's Rose Thorne. I'm back with another react to Foodie Beauty and her latest live stream called Indian Food Mukbang. So I'm a little bit calmer than the last live stream. Last live stream is I was all fired up. I'm a little bit calmer now. I got a chance to go off on Foodie. And she's back with live stream number 2 of the day called Indian Food Mukbang. Now this mukbang video that she did, it's less than an hour long, but I promise we're going to make it even shorter because I've already scanned through it and there's several parts that I want to skip through, but I want to include part of that for a react. So I'm starting it about 8 minutes and 39 seconds in, and afterwards we're going to do the comments, but this is going to be less than an hour long, I promise. The last react was a bit long. Sorry about that. It just happened that way. But let's get to, shall we? And if you happen to like this react video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. So let's get to with this doggone thing.
The eggplant is weird.
So right off the bat, we got an interesting super chat. My thoughts are, says, dress is a tablecloth, head is an old, the hat is a doily, but it's still a shameless YouTuber using DV for profit. Apologize. She'll never apologize for that. Foodie apologize? That'll never happen. Even if she does apologize, she won't mean it. She feels no shame or remorse or regret for what she does. Therefore, an apology from Foodie would be meaningless. It's absolutely meaningless to ask her to apologize. She doesn't feel bad for what she does. She's making money off of it. Even with doing something is bringing stuff like DV on camera and using it for profit. She's not regretting that at all. She was laughing all the way to the bank with that.
Oops, I need to do that. My thoughts are, dress is a tablecloth. Head is an old, the hat is a doily. But it is still a shameless YouTuber using DV for profit. Apologize. Excuse me? Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat. My dress is a curtain. I'm not wearing a dress right now.
You know, and I have to wonder, with Foodie, her doing this mukbang video, because it's been a while since she's done an official mukbang video, if her eating this Indian food was a feeder request from somebody and they paid her a little bit off the table for it, just a thought. Just a thought. Whenever you see Foodie eating something she doesn't normally eat, you have to question that. If somebody somewhere on her channel, one of her feeders, kind of like slid in her DM somewhere and said, I'll slip you some extra money, just do a mukbang with this type of food.
Ashley in my Amazon thing? That's right.
Chantal's 3-day-old panty says she doesn't care about using DV for profit. She's making tens of thousands per month off of it. Yes, she is. But you know what, Chantal's 3-day-old panties, I got to put the question back into your court and also the court of all the VIPs. You guys know that. You've seen it. You've witnessed it. So what are you going to do about it? You guys are in her VIP chat. You're giving her $5 a month. So does that mean you support that? You're okay with that? Because if you're a VIP and you're paying a $5 membership, that kind of looks like you're okay with it. You're completely okay with it because you're giving extra financial support to her beyond her getting money for views. So if you know this, if you're aware of it, and you're making comments like that, you're making comments at the same time you're actively supporting her doing that.
Whew. Sorry, I share my life for profit.
Boom. She just said it. I share my life for profit. She's not coming on YouTube to make connections with people. She's not here because she wants friends, she needs friends, or that she honestly cares about any of her viewers and wants to connect with them in some way. It's all for profit. She just said it outright. She just said it. I share my life for profit. And she's also made the comment before that if she weren't making money on YouTube, she wouldn't bother with any of this. It's all money motivated, 100%.
And people go through some shit, you know? So, if you want to look at it that way, then maybe, yeah. I'm not going.
And I apologize to anybody who might have an eating problem, and you might get triggered by her eating food. I apologize for that. But this is a mukbang video. So trying to skip through all the parts where she's eating, it's going to be nearly impossible. If you're someone and you have an ED and watching her eat might trigger you, I encourage you to maybe turn off this video and wait till another one. But there's no possible way that as a reactor, I can skip through all the parts of her eating. So just a warning for anyone who might get triggered by that. I'm just letting you know right now that there's eating pretty much through a good portion of this video.
I'm going to apologize for sharing my story or things I go through. Sorry. Stay mad. Sophia! That's another t-shirt.
Wow. She just told people, just stay mad. That's how she handles it. Not fixing the problem, not bringing other content onto her channel, just stay mad. Nice attitude, Chantal.
Stay mad. Oh my god, that's good. Eggplant? Actually, I don't like this eggplant. Well, now I know. Waste, but I'm not obsessed all of a sudden. I've been obsessed Tribe Called Creek with eggplant for a while.
Yeah, we know, just the wrong kind of eggplant.
Baba Ganoush. Never watched a show? Yeah, Brooke, I'll be home. It's hard to describe eggplant. It's like
Miss Voorhees says, next time you guys are fighting and you rage, when Dee Dee comes into on the 13th, we should all tell you to stay mad. You go ahead and tell her that. And while you're at it, add something else. When she tells you, when she starts raging about Dee Dee and going off and coming back to the chat and crying and he's with her tonight, you know what you tell her? The very same thing she told Pete when he was in the car and he was saying all the things that happened after Chantal left. Remember what she said? She said, when it rains, it pours. Let that be the neutral phase. When it rains, it pours, Chantal. What can you do? When it rains, it pours. Tell her that. Stay mad, and when it rains, it pours.
I don't know. I look upset? I'm not. I'm eating. I guess.
My thoughts are, since another super chat, my thoughts are, listen, if you feel strongly about DV, if you are a survivor or someone that's known someone who's gone through DV, I sympathize with you. DV is horrible. But sending these super chats to Chantal, sweetheart, listen, you're not going to get through to her. You're not going to break through that wall she's got around herself. You might as well stop sending that money. All you're doing is giving her money, and you know where it's going. You know where it's going. She's not going to feel shame for bringing that angle onto YouTube and making it part of her story arc. She's just not going to. She's not going to. She's not going to feel any shame or embarrassment for what she's exposed people to. You might as well quit. But my thought are sent another super chat saying, you laughed through your whole CPAP rescue. Us DV survivors never laughed when we were in danger. It was not something we needed to live stream. Gross. I agree with all of that. It is gross. But again, you remember, you're sending money to a person. They don't care what you think. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care what you've been through. They will never care. So all you're doing is sending money in a negative direction, just trying to talk some sense into you.
So, Miss Voorhees, I don't know what to say. I mean,
On a Dark Desert Highway says, you aren't sharing your story like an inspirational speaker. You're exploiting your situation and with an addict for money. Yeah, she is. This is not like something to be used for inspiration. She's just making up a story and exploiting the crap out of it every way she can. And that's the way it's been for a while.
I'm like literally not even with Natter, so.
You're working with him and Dee Dee.
You know.
Feral Female says, everybody's so salty. She owes you nothing. I disagree, Feral. She does owe her audience something. She owes them good content. If she has the audacity and the gall to call herself a content creator, then you should create actual content, good content, an edited video once in a while at least. She doesn't even do that. She turns on her camera and just starts talking about whatever, and the whatever is usually Natter. Either she's complaining about him and yelling and screaming about him, or fighting with him, or crying over him, but it's always something centered around Natter. So as far as her owing people anything, she does owe. She owes good content. If she wants to call herself a YouTube content creator, then she needs to create actual content.
At the end of the day, I make bad choices. That's fine. I asked for medium spicy. This is, oh. Mm. When his little girlfriends come over, I'm not going to watch it.
Wait a minute, what is this? I'm seeing something in chat that I guess I missed somewhere. Ruth says, you just said the other day you'd have to be okay with an open relationship. Oh, so is that what's going on? So I guess there's talk between her and Natter about an open relationship. That means he's free to see whoever he wants. Not that he wasn't anyway. I mean, he was seeing whoever he pleased. He had Dee Dee over. But that talk is going on, an open relationship.
I'm not going to come on here and cry.
You will later.
Because I've been there, done that.
And you'll do it again because you're going to be expecting sympathy and money for it. You want to get paid for everything.
And stupid me, I helped him get a platform, so I have to live through watching him he's going to have girlfriends. That's going to happen.
You don't have to live through it, though. You can walk away anytime you want. You just don't want to.
No reaction is the best reaction, actually. Hard for me to learn that, but so not in a relationship. We're not gonna act like we're in one. That's it. No, I'm not in an open relationship. I'm not in a relationship, period.
She's in a working relationship. A working relationship, not an actual love you, love me, let's get married relationship. She's in a working employer employee relationship. It's business. It's all business.
Point.
Problem is she wants more than that. She wants more than what was on the contract, but she's not getting more. But stupid Foodie, she keeps thinking that if she keeps paying the money, that somewhere down the line she's going to get it, and you're never going to get it, Foodie.
Blank. Period. Huh? Nope, I didn't talk to him. Matter's #1 fan. I left baby with the whole apartment. My TV, my huge TV, Xbox, couch, bed, everything. Oh yeah. Natter wasn't the only person in my life I like to spoil. People who are close to me. Usually. No?
Like who? Name one. Name us one person that's gotten more from you than he has. I haven't seen it with Pete's, and Pete's is your BFF that you've known since high school. I haven't seen you shower him with gifts and chase after him the way you have with Natter. Name one person you treated the way you treat Natter to anybody else. Name one individual.
Go lay down. Bridget. Bridget is sassy. Anyways, right, Holly? Miss T, Miss T Pop is here.
Excuse
and
me.
It's not going anywhere. Sorry, there was a huge spice. Wow.
Really don't care.
Oh, that was spicy. Sorry, Cool Cat Court. Yeah, if you don't like mukbang sounds and sloppy eating like me, putting a warning gives you the right to be a slob. I should put a warning. So, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna have a small nap. Watch an episode of Euphoria. Okay, let me plan this out.
I don't want to hear your plans. You never follow through.
Clean for a few hours. Come back and bees. So about that. You fucking beezers. You know what? All right, that's enough food for me. So the way I'm feeling really weird, like No, yes, technically, I'm not gonna do that. Like, well, I didn't lie because technically I said this. No, I know what you guys mean.
He just doesn't care.
I'm being quiet and secretive because of what, like I tell you guys every time. Oh no!
So I want to address the comment that just passed by in the chat. Somebody's saying a real man would claim you and not keep it a secret. Well, he's keeping it a secret because not just because they're not in a relationship, because they just have a working relationship. It's a working relationship. He doesn't have to claim her. If he's not with her, if he's not in love with her, it's just a working relationship, like in a business setting. There's no need to claim her. She wants to add that love layer to her channel by him acting as if he loves her, and that would give her something else to talk about, but he's just not going for it. And the reason why he's not going for it is because they had a discussion, I'm sure, and she just said, look, just come onto my channel, let me talk about you. You don't have to be in a relationship with me. And he said, cool, I get paid for this, why not? And now she's trying to change the rules after the contract's been signed.
Audio business. Welcome to Very Important News, Ready, Set, Bees. Oh, and ranch covered fupa. My fupa. There's fucking ranch on my fupa. Ready, Set, Bees. I'm literally a female Cartman. And I literally had a ranch covered fupa. Yeah. A real man.
I want to take a moment to give some advice to all the VIB idiots that are still over there paying the memberships and giving the money. Just a moment of clarity for you, if you care to come over here and watch my video. You want this mess to end, you're going to have to end it for yourselves. You're going to have to not go on her channel and be part of it, because you're going to have to keep witnessing this over and over and over again, and be subjected to this over and over and over again, because this is never going to end. Natter's not going anywhere. And as long as he's in the picture, she's going to keep talking about him. She's going to keep bringing it to her channel. You're going to keep getting aggravated and frustrated and angry, and she's going to turn that into super chats and membership signups. If you want it to end, you're going to have to end it for yourselves. You're going to have to walk away at some point. You're going to have to walk away, because this right here, this is going to keep going. She's got nothing else, and she's not looking for anything else. That's a fact. There's never going to be a moment you turn on Chantal's channel and she's away from Natter. She's taking care of herself. I know you guys are hoping for that. You're hoping so hard. You're hanging on so long because maybe some of you got into Chantal years ago when she was different, but it's time to face the facts. She's a changed person, and she's not changing back to who she once was. The YouTube money has warped her. It's changed her. She is obsessed with money, to the point that now she's brought in extra players to the game to make more money so she can spend it in ridiculous ways. You want the aggravation to end. You want to take a breath, have a moment of peace. You're going to have to give it to yourselves, because she is not going to give it to you. As long as she's making money off this crap, she's going to continue. The money is encouragement for her to keep going. It just is.
You know who I want to date? John Hamm. Jim Smith. Because I'm full.
For now.
Piece of beauty. Who blocked me? And damn it, Danny. Was that you, EG?
Again, thumbs up for Damn It Danny for blocking Chantal for being in Damn It Danny's chat. I don't know why Chantal goes on the reaction channels anyway. She doesn't like hearing what we have to say. Why she keeps going on to the reaction channels, I do not know. Maybe out of curiosity, but Not everybody is going to welcome you into their chat, Chantal. You're just not a welcome presence anywhere.
Sweet angel. Are you my sweet love? I have hacker noodle spice in my tooth.
We don't care to see that.
Because like I said, I didn't know about Foodie for a long time. So there could be an actually fuck.
Well, you know about her now, so what are you going to do? Maybe things were playing out long before now and you didn't know about it, but now that you know, what are you going to do? Now that you know, take some accountability and do something about it if you don't like it. Because if you don't, and it continues, then you got yourself to blame.
No, for real. I know, Sarah. I will feel better cleaning. I would clean with you guys, but you guys will totally fucking judge me and take pictures and like report me to like, I don't know.
Why? Is it just that
I'll
bad?
have this clean and like.
We would report you for what? Is it just that bad? What could people report you for? Is it just that bad that people would report you? Sad. And I think the cats live in that crap.
2 hours tops. When did I put my thing to it? Tell him to shave his goatee. Moldy pot? Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, come on. Well, I was gonna put her on this side. But I'm just like, not. I really like men. But I don't like men. Like, I don't like male testosterone, like male bravado.
And you picked Natter, why? You know, you picked Natter just for that reason because he's got the bravado and all that stuff, and you associate that with masculinity. But a real masculine man would handle his business and not rely on a woman to pay his bills, Chantal.
What? My arm where, Capricorn? No. No. Wasn't me. For real. I've told you guys when I was in there, and that's why I can never be with him because we don't agree. We don't. It's just not gonna work, and especially in public. If Ashley isn't real, who was with that is?
Especially public, so we'll just keep it private. I'll take what I can get because I'm just that desperate. That even though I am fully aware this man does not love me, will never love me, to the point where he's seeing other women in front of my face, bringing other women to his house, spending time with them, taking them out to go do things. And he won't go out with me unless I'm paying for a hotel or something and I'm spending my money. You know, I'm going to take what I can get, right, Chantal? You're just that desperate. You will take what little bit of scraps he throws you. Sad.
He could have been just doing 2 plates to make me jealous.
Now he was doing it because he wanted to.
You guys like the sound of BBJ purring with you?
I think Dee Dee going over to Natter's house, aside from it being compensated time, which I believe it was, because Dee Dee, from what I understand, had to pay $200 for an Uber one way, which would mean $200 back to where she lives. And who's got that kind of money but Chantal? I feel that aside from that visit being compensated, there was also Natter's way of driving the nail home that, you know, like, get it through your head, Chantal. I am not interested that way in you, nor will I ever be. By putting women in her face, he's letting her know, look, I am so not interested. I am not into you. I'm into other people, but not you. And she's just not accepting that.
Hi, Shay. I think I'll catch up on messages today. No, I did not pay his rent.
You did too. Natter would not let you in the trap house unless you did pay his rent. He would deny you entrance into the trap house unless you paid for his rent, his groceries, his bills, all of that. I just can't see him spending time with you for free, Chantal. In all of the many months you've been seeing this man, talking to this man, never have I ever seen you spend time with Natter where money was not involved. Never have I ever seen you at the trap house and not bring something to entice him like drugs or food or paying his rent or his bills. Never have I ever seen you two out on the town and he's paying for the date. Okay, it's always money motivated somewhere.
I'd have to be okay with an open relationship. Exactly. I'd have to be okay with a lot of things, and I'm not, so.
But you keep going over there.
I think so.
And by the way, Chantal, what's really sad and pathetic about you is the fact that you keep running to all these men looking for love to the point where you're willing to pay for even a shadow of love. Just a shadow, a mere shadow of what looks like love. If you're looking for love, real love, you don't have to go any further than your own home. See that cat sitting next to you purring its heart out? That's real love. That cat actually loves you, and she doesn't ask that much. Her and Sam. You want love, you have love literally living in your own house, and you're not acknowledging it, and you're not taking care of it, you're neglecting it. You're looking for love everywhere except for where it actually lives, and reaching for it and taking care of it. You're so desperate for man love that you won't acknowledge any other kind of love around you and just nurturing it and being grateful for it.
Anyway, I probably should make that my content because I have to do it. I don't have a choice. I have to get better. Like, I have to move on. I have to get a fucking life.
You keep saying it, but you don't do it.
Life. I have to find meaning in my life. It's just me. I'm not going to have kids. I'm not going probably to have a big family or many friends because I can't handle having a lot of relationships with people.
You want good relationship with people, Chantal, you got to start with the relationship with yourself. Build a good relationship with yourself. Start there first. Have a good relationship with yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And then you will attract people like-minded. You know, like attracts like. If you are a toxic person, if you are selfish and narcissistic and self-centered and self-absorbed, manipulative, you attract people like you. And you have to deal with those people like you. If you change yourself, you will attract people that are the same as you. But you got to start with you first. You got to have a good relationship with you. You've got to like your own company. You hate your own company. You hate who you are. You hate your own company. And you distract yourself by hanging out with losers like Natter. Build with the relationship with you first before you run off and be around another person.
You live on his age? Well, Liliana, but I want to change that. I mean, like, but that's like happy. I'm happy like that, Liliana. It's like, I don't want to, like, be around a ton of people. I don't think. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Thanks, Raven. No, Missy moved it. She's gonna be there tonight. Get her of Tamagotchis. YouTube refunded me all of my membership months because you mistreated me. I didn't do shit, Julia. You mistreated me. You come in here with your bullshit. You're so cute. Monica. Look.
I hate the fact that she just loves on BBJ in front of the camera. It's so phony. It's so fake. All this loving on the cat in front of the camera. And then the way she treats the cat off the camera. It's just night and day. That lets you know the love really isn't that real.
They're very important pictures, Monica. Already sent these. chip cookie, Missy Moo. Engagement ring or neck. Can you get an engagement necklace? I want an engagement necklace.
Well, there's no sense in getting an engagement necklace if you're not engaged.
I want to get a real baby doll. Does anyone sell those? Sometimes I get the urge to just like hold something and breastfeed it. I swear to God.
Yeah, one of Chantal's subscribers, Missy Moo, that's in her chat right now, she makes the real baby dolls. And she purposely made a video talking about that in Chantal. And she admitted, I guess, from what I've heard in the video, that she was just using Chantal's name to further the sales of the baby dolls she makes.
I think I still have maternal instincts. Ew. No. I do like holding a baby. There's something about it. Every single time. Plain cheeseburgers, where you been? Hi, Monica. Of course I don't hate you. Missy Moo. Estrella, did you eat Nanner's food last night and why do you feel overrated and hungry? No, and okay, so where's this rumor coming from that I helped him move?
Yeah, Natter says that he's moving, but just like with Chantal, if either one of them say something, don't put a lot of weight on that. He says he's moving, but let's look at it from a realistic point of view. If you were a guy being supported by a woman and she's got thousands and thousands of dollars that she gives you every month, would you move far away from that? No, especially if you don't have your own money already set up. From what I understand, he's going to go to Montreal and start a job, but that's not until April. So where in the heck is he moving to? He needs money until then. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere until he finds another source of money or another sugar mama. But for right now, Chantal is it. So he ain't going no place. He ain't going no place.
What booze? Oh, the booze? Nothing happened to the booze. You guys want to have a drink tonight?
She drank it. She drank those 2 bottles, I'm telling you.
Who or no thinking, made her twin. There's freaking sauce under my nails. Who said that there would be sauce under my nails? You're right.
All right, I'm going to cut it off here because you guys know how I hate the llama live streams, the laying down, the mumbling. So let's just go to the comments because those are much more interesting than her laying there and just mumbling into the camera. ARD says, is Natter enjoying the Christmas presents you received from your family? The blanket really goes with the rest of your stuff, and I bet Dee Dee will enjoy it as well. Will be easier on her knees while eating pecan pies. Ew. Ew, I don't want to think about that. It's gross. Natter's going to be eating pecan pie, and she's going to be eating these nuts. But, aside from the dirty jokes, I just think it's in bad taste that Chantal's family gave her the blanket, and they don't like Natter. And where's the blanket now? On his bed. On his bed, not on her bed at the villa, on his bed. Very Good says, so you're basically ready to let that man utterly humiliate you as long as he throws you scraps perfection behind the scenes. That's sad, Chantal, even for you. I said that. She's happy with scraps because that's all she can get. That's all she cares to get. To get more, she'd have to work on herself, and she's not going to do that. Gimme says, can you imagine if there really was an Ashley over there? We would see a repeat of the night with Dee Dee and the cops and her banging on the door saying she wants her blanket off the bed. Yeah, that would actually happen. I mean, she's got some crazy jealousy and insecurity. And if she really thinks that there's a girl over there that she's not aware of, she's going to lose her mind, and we'll know it. We will know it in a heartbeat. CFF says, imagine continuing to see a man who is ashamed to even admit you're an acquaintance. She'll take what she can get, and all she can get is Natter, so she puts up with it. Sparrow Wren says, when Natter ditches you on Valentine's Day, it's going to make me so happy. I don't even care if it's fake for views. Not sure why anyone else would either. Well, it's entertainment for some people. Nat TV says, honestly, Chantal, your channel needs to be a social study on how to recognize someone who manipulates and lies to you constantly. I think the only truth you said was when you mentioned on your previous live stream that you'd like to be the center of discussion and that your friends get frustrated with you. Using TV for attention and tank views over constant drama with a flip-flop change of minds just serves you to do what you want. You show traits of narcissistic sociopath, and Natter shows the same with constant lying and being abusive. So in the end of the day, you guys end up together. Natter asked you to stop talking to Pete, and why you don't do it? Because you want Natter's jealousy. Chantal knows exactly what she's doing, saying things like, I can't have a family and I need to find myself, but does nothing about it. It's just playing with your feelings. The lack of empathy towards her cat and ignoring basic responsibilities like taking her cat to the vet is psychotic because of the lack of remorse, manipulation, shallow effect. She don't want to deal with it, and she doesn't want to deal with herself like her health and just live in her imagination. That was a long, long post, but well said. Oh my God, there's more. How long does this thing go on? She desperately leeches to the fact that you can watch her on your phone, and as she's sharing her live content, don't forget, it's actually her job. She's a YouTuber who gets paid for this. You can super chat her and have the experience of a friend. Give your 2 cents or dollars opinion, but she really doesn't care at all. It's all platonic. She does what she wants. She chooses to live stream for fun, attention, support, for good or for bad, but mainly for the excitement she gets from all this, only for herself. Unfortunately, if she won't start to work on herself. It's just going to go worse from here, and I truly feel bad for anyone who involved with her in real life. She needs an intervention, recovery arc, where she can still get her views without destroying herself like she does these days. That's a long, long post. That was like almost a book, but well said. Again, well said. Let's see. Charlie Lynn says, I hope one day you will find one good reason to replace your usual content with something that stimulates our brains. We need brain food. Yeah. The VIPs and the viewers are thirsty for anything. If she did putt-putt golf, they would be elated just to see her out and about doing something other than eating and complaining about Natter. Let's see. Lumi Marshall says, can you imagine being so busy that you have to plan out your naps, eating time, and wee time? That means she's not that busy. If that's all you've got to worry about in the day, you're not that busy. Let's see. Everybody talking about the hat. Let's see. Tim White says, excuse me, Foodie's problem is that she doesn't like herself. It is evident by the abuse she takes, the abuse she gives. She doesn't know what love is. That is evident by her trying to buy it. She is sad both emotionally and overall. It makes me sad that even a tiny bit of my premium fee goes to her and her self-abuse. Well, if you feel bad about it, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? If you're a VIB, you're supporting this. You're supporting this crap. So what are you going to do about it? Don't expect her to change. Change yourself. Change yourself. Charlie Lynn says, people don't just get mad because they don't care about you. You are a silly goose. Some people are truly concerned and eager to see you first love yourself. The majority of us are on your team and we want our team to win. Yeah, a lot of people are hanging in for Chantal. They want her to win. But the sad part is, all of you that are hoping for Chantal, you have much more hope for her than she has for herself. Much more. And you will continue to have much more hope than she has for herself. All these people that get in the chat and they offer advice and wisdom and tips and stuff like that, falling on deaf ears. She hears you, but she doesn't listen to you. She's not taking what you say with a grain of salt, listening to it, processing it, thinking it over, maybe making some changes. She's going to continue to do what she does. And as long as you guys are paying for it, she's going to keep going. Lindy W says, I never understood how a scammer worked till seeing this woman and her boyfriend. You have to be lacking a boatload of critical thinking to give her money for her drugs and her addict boyfriend. Yeah, all you VIBs, you guys are supporting all this crap. You're supporting her, and you also supporting Natter. You're supporting him too. You're paying his rent. You're paying his bills. You're buying him good food. Yes, you are. You're buying the tracksuits. That's right. You're buying all the green. You're buying the white stuff if she's doing that too. Everything that he does, that he has, you paid for. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable thinking about that? Because I wouldn't be. You know, you got good, hard earned money, put it towards something that means something, that has meaning, that makes sense. Uh, Daisy Skippy says, we need different content, not this monotone stuff. Also, you and Natter might as well tell the truth because we know you are Ashley. Charlotte sometimes says, we just need to find you a lovely flower pot and a bunch of fresh daisies to complete your look. Yeah, I didn't address the whole doily on the head thing, and that's what it looks like to me, a doily. I had a grandmother that I loved to death, my Nana. And I remember going to her house and her having doilies on her coffee table, uh, to put your drink on so it doesn't stain the wood. But I remember those doilies. And what she's got on her head looks like an old school doily to me. It's just like what? Like why put that on your head? It looks like a doily. Straight up, an old school grandma doily. Let's see. Next comment. All right. Lisa W says, one last thing. My grandma used to cover the spare roll of toilet paper with something similar to your hat. Oh, God, memories from grandma's house. Laura H says, she literally has no comprehension. She literally has the comprehension of a snail. The commenter said to apologize for exploiting DV, not apologize for experiencing it. You try to come on here whenever you feel slighted by Natter and use the DV card to manipulate people's emotions for views, money, and to cause trouble for Natter. Yeah, she uses it to manipulate her audience and also to kind of threaten Natter, and it's just not cool. It's not cool at all. Anybody who's been through DV, you would never think of doing anything like that. You can almost tell that she's not been through it because if she did, she would not be behaving this way. And that wouldn't be a thought in her mind to do that. Let's see. Flora says, she deserves to be heard and acknowledged by you. You were dead wrong to exploit DV, SA, and violence for monetary gain. Well, any type of gain as long as it was personal and your gain. Seeing as you, though, exploited it to get back at Natter, like a spiteful child to get with Natter and to bash him because you were mad. So I guess nothing is off limits for you. At the very least, they deserve to be heard and acknowledged by you instead of mocked, shrugged off, and borderline poked fun at. You are the type of person that blames the victim. The thing that I don't get is if you feel so nonchalant about it, why bring it on here expecting others to pour their heart and energy out to you? I've seen you deleting comments about others talking about how you were triggering them with those things that has affected them. Like the young lady that tried to hurt herself. But you don't want them to be heard. You're as bad as their abuser. Being one yourself, it's fitting. But they deserve to be heard and acknowledged by you. You lied, you opened up their old wounds. A simple apology would be cool, but instead you mock and make fun of it. You are diabolical. Yes, she is. She's just vile. All the way around, inside and out, vile. Vile, vile woman is Chantal. Vile, vile creature. People talking about the doily and her being Ashley. So I just read some of the comments. We don't need to read all of them. I'm going to cut the react off here since the last one was so long. I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I always welcome those. I've got to get on with my day. You guys take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.